Namaste, friends. So today we are going to handle a topic which, again, all of us almost at some point in time go through, and that is loneliness. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Okay, lonely is you may be in the midst of a crowd and yet you may feel lonely. That is what is a feeling of loneliness. Loneliness is a feeling of being separated away, being segregated, being left alone, being just a feeling of just not being there with everybody. That's a feeling of loneliness. You start feeling lonely, and that's a beginning of depression. So, guys, if there is a feeling of loneliness that you're going through just now, there are various ways and means of getting you out of loneliness. Of course, you can always come to me for help. But to avoid loneliness is to connect with yourself. If you're not connected with yourself, if you're separated from your own being, from your own divinity, from your own higher sacred self, you are separate from others and you are separated from your own self. There is no connection between your being, your soul, and what you think you are. There is that sense of separation is when you start feeling lonely. If you are in touch with your inner self, with your being, with your higher sacred self, with your divine, this feeling of loneliness will never come to you because you're always with someone. You're never alone. You're never lonely. You'll never feel lonely. So now to connect with the divine is the first most important thing that you have to know how to do it and how to connect with your divine. Now this loneliness can come to even with younger children. They start feeling lonely. Now they don't know how to connect with the divine, or they don't believe in all these things. So what I suggest is youngsters, if youth start feeling lonely, very dangerous, and it is not good for a youth to feel lonely because youth have got so many activities to keep themselves occupied with. They have friends, this, that and the other. But still, if any youth is in this state, please do come for help to me anytime or ask for help. If you realize you are in this lonely state, ask for help. There's always help. Now what you can do is you can do some kind of a social service, social work. That really children nowadays like it. They do something for Mother Earth, plant trees, do a blood donation drive, go and visit an old age home, or feed stray dogs. If you're a dog lover or animal lover, feed stray dogs, take care of them. Get involved in a hobby if you have. There are a lot of people who love learning music or dancing or painting or something. Start doing something like that. Do something for others. When you work for humanity, besides yourself, you start feeling you get out of that feeling of loneliness. Now in old age homes, people in old age homes, they start feeling very lonely because they feel there's nobody who is theirs anymore. The children probably are not there, or they're very far away, they're not in their own town, and they feel lonely कि there's nobody, हमारा कोई नहीं है, हम अकेले हैं. So there is no one who is lonely. Even an orphan is never lonely, he's never alone. There is always someone with you, walking with you, connected with you all the time. Now you need to find out who that someone is, and that someone is that one force or that divine being which is there always looking after you, protecting you and taking care of you. So you are never lonely, my dear friends. Again, I don't know if you will understand what I'm saying, but you can connect to even inanimate things. If you don't have any living being around you, a pet or any human being to give you company, you feel lonely, you can connect to inanimate things. You can connect to your table. You can, if you have a garden, go connect to a plant. You can connect to your phone and just connect. Connect is just let your thoughts go in the thoughts of this phone. Okay, this is the phone in my hand. What is the phone trying to tell me? You will get the thought, and there's nothing right and wrong about it. The first thought that comes into your mind, that is the thought. That this is what my phone is telling me. You can connect to any inanimate object, anything, anything. To a wooden chair, table, your glasses, your pen, anything. Anything you connect with, you just take your thought to that thing, hold it probably if you can in your hand, and ask a question. What do you want to tell me? What is it that you want to convey to me? You will get a thought in your head, and that is the thought which is what the table is trying to convey to you. Now this may sound like a joke to you, but it is not. You can connect to anything around you. So how can you be lonely? There is so much to give you company. There's so much around you to give you company. You can never be lonely. And if you're still feeling it, please ask for help, because this is a sign of depression. You just feel lonely. Even in your midst of people, you just feel you don't fit there. You're not there. This is not for you. And you want to drift apart and you want to be alone. So a lot of people are going through this issue of loneliness, especially now in these times during COVID deaths and all that. A lot of your loved ones have gone away, untimely deaths have happened, people are finding it difficult to live. And you start feeling very lonely that abhi mera koi nahi hai, I'm just alone, there's no one for me. That can never happen. Universe never leaves anybody just by themselves to survive. Never. Never ever. Look at the birds, look at the plants. Do they ever worry about where they will get their food from or who will give them company? No, they're not worried. Because they are so rest assured, they don't even think about this कि हमारा ख्याल कौन रखेगा, अभी हमारी देखभाल कौन करेगा. They don't even have this thought in their heads, because they know they're going to be looked after. They know the food will come from somewhere. They know something will happen. When a little pup of a mother cow or a mother dog is lost or taken away or robbed away or something like that, are they worried? No. Neither is the mother worried, neither is the baby, the pup worried. Because they know they're going to be taken care of. So we have to be rest assured that there is someone to take care of us. Our problem arises because we have no faith in ourselves. We have no faith in our own divinity. We have no faith in the divine power. We don't have faith in the cosmic energy. If you lose all this faith, then all these stupid thoughts of loneliness, of depression, sadness, sorrow, all this comes in. It is not like that. You can never be lonely in your life. Life is not meant for you to be lonely. Life offers so much all the time. Just look around. All you have to be is aware of what is the next thing that I've got in life to do. Don't just sit like this and thinking, oh, what am I going to do now? There's nothing for me. If you sit in this zone, you will sit in this zone forever. Wake up and smell the coffee, guys. Life is there, all there, rushing and gushing to give you so much. Be a receiver and accept gifts which the life is giving you. Don't sit and complain and criticize and say that you're lonely. No human being on this planet is ever lonely. You may look as if you don't have anyone, you're an orphan, na koi bhai hai, behan hai, na maa hai, na baap hai. You may feel like this for some time. It's not just human beings that keep you company, by the way. You may be in company of a lot of people, but you're still lonely. So it's not human beings who are giving you company, who are getting your loneliness out. So don't rely on any body, any person to give you happiness. You have it in you. You don't have to rely on somebody else. You're somewhere where you can connect it. If you don't have anything to connect with, connect to the clouds. Go out and sit on a bench and just connect to the clouds. Connect to the sun energy. Connect to all these things. You're never lonely. You're never lonely. So that is a misconception that I'm lonely. Get that thought out of your head that I'm lonely. Just know I've got so many things around me to keep me company. I'm never lonely. You're never ever lonely. So don't feel alone. Don't feel lonely. Because nature is not made in such a fashion to keep you lonely. Okay? So if you are in this state, guys, please, you need help immediately. And if you require my help, you can get in touch with me at any time. I have my phone number and everything on all social media platforms. You can go on my website, www.smitajaikar.com. Do revert to someone. If not me, someone. There's always somebody to help you. But you have to open up and tell people what your problem is. This is my problem. I need help. Is what you have to immediately go for help. There's no shame in asking for help at all. Nobody laughs at you and nobody makes fun of you. This is all in your mind. And doesn't matter whoever is making fun of you, doesn't matter. You see that I have to get out of this. So to hell with anybody else, whoever is thinking whatever. I have to get out of it and I want to get out of it. I need help. Period. Finish. Don't sit in this zone. It's not healthy for nobody. Okay, friends. Thank you very much for listening to me. And I love talking to you all the time.